Hey friends, it's me, Wayman, and just come on to say hello, give you a quick update on what's going on. So I'm out here on a walk, and it's a nice fall day. Let's see, there's still some snow patches left. Up here in the northeast we got nailed pretty bad with snow, but it's all gone now, most of it, and the leaves are now gone. And it's the first week of November, so I didn't hang up the kayaks yet. Might pull on the wetsuit for one more paddle, maybe next week, and then that'll be it. So other than that, things are going pretty good. Been reading Jungian psychology still. I'm trying to get through that stuff because it's very important, and I need to do it, but it's written in a fashion that it's really hard to read. So I'm taking baby steps, like 10 pages at a time, mainly because it's not necessarily the language or terminology, but mainly it's written in a kind of like a dry fashion. Joseph Campbell talked about the same stuff, and Eric Newman, his books were pretty hard to read, but Campbell wrote in a more colorful way that gave you quite a few breaks as examples and things. And Jung, he gives quite a few examples, but his writing is straightforward. So you might go paragraphs on end with just psychological jargon, and it's pretty hard to read, so it's going slow. I mean, you're not going to read it like a fiction novel. So I want to get through that so I can better understand, literature in a different light. And I've already picked up a few things from it. And both Jung and Campbell and Eric Newman are pretty awesome. And they did a lot of work because towards understanding themselves and how mythology and religion and all that comes into play in psychology, and putting it all together is a pretty amazing package to me. So all that is expressed through literature, because literature, or the story, or the historical story, even if it's romanticized, ends up being part of the cultural identity and the subconscious of the society. Same like art and dance. It's pretty amazing. So a lot of people say, oh, you gotta trash that stuff to kind of inflame the religious community, who are probably overzealous over it. I don't think they understand exactly how it works, and that's what I'm here to do, is to kind of go through it and have people, even if it's one or two of you guys, to say, I reread that. I hated it before, but I reread it, and now it means something different to me, and I can appreciate it. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be tough all the time, but there's some kind of balance where you can have a deep appreciation for the literature without being a fundamentalist. So that's me. I could care less. And a lot of things going on YouTube right now. I've seen a video of Rick Kane's like deleting subs and all that. But I'm gonna try to keep doing what I'm doing, and encourage others to do so, and help some people out. If you need me to research something, or you think I might know something, or a recommendation of a book or something that I've read or whatever. I don't know everything, but I'll check it out for you, and maybe I have read and can give you some information. And I've done that in the past for a whole bunch of people, and I love doing it, and it's a hobby of mine. So I started walking, and on another topic. I started walking because I realized it was kind of, like getting the stomach. I mean, if you guys see me from the waist down, oh man, that's why all my videos are like this, like sitting in front of my computer. And I think that from reading so much and working, I get tired out from work. So I do 12-hour swing shift days. On my days off, I'm usually kind of beat, but I haven't been as active in sports this year as far as hiking, as I was last year. A lot of stuff going on, and I was just beat, so kind of took it easy. And so I believe I read a lot more this year. So right now, while I'm reading the Jungian psychology stuff, reading some poetry. That was pretty refreshing after reading some of the psychology stuff. Kind of take a break. Read a little bit of fiction, and I got the new Steve Jobs bio, which is kind of cool. So I'm like on page 150 of that. It's pretty awesome, and it's a pretty easy and relaxing read. So when I get done with that, I'll probably start reading on I got 2 volumes on ancient Near Eastern art, so I want to check that out, and also get back into the Hell series that I was doing, and start views in the underworld and Greek culture, so that'll be nice. What I wanted to do was read a lot of the Greek tragedies and plays, and I've done that, and find out what ended up in those plays as far as the theological ideas that were put into place concerning the underworld and things like the Furies, things like that. And we'll get into the views of the underworld out of the Odyssey when Odysseus, the wily Odysseus, travels to the underworld. And check that out. Then we'll check out stuff from the mystery cults called Demeter and Persephone. We'll check some of that out. And then called Dionysus. So there's a wide range of things, and just like in Christianity, over a wide range or a time period, things progressed, and some things fell away, some things became more important. And we'll get into that, and then we'll get into the Hebrew ideas of it. So right on the back of the Greeks, I'm going to be doing the Hebrew. I wanted to do the Greeks first, because a lot of the themes that show up in the Hebrew idea later became part of the Greco-Roman idea, which ended up being Christianity. So once I get through the Greek and Roman idea of it, throw in Judaism, and you'll see that it's pretty much what we got today. So even though our views of it today even are changing, especially with all the hell books coming out, so they're trying to soften the blow and make it not so fierce. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Also, maybe still continuing my studies in Judges for Dummies, and the next one that's coming up is about Samson, and rips apart a lion. It's going to attack him. What is that? Is it his shadow? Is it a metaphor for the matriarchal society? What is that? So we'll figure that out. Get a few theories on that. And then, I don't know, we'll explore some other kind of topics that just pop up. So I appreciate everybody watching. I took down how many subs I have, because I realized it wasn't really important to display that. And for the few people who do watch and actually like what's going on the channel, I really appreciate it. Sometimes you feel like you're some Elisha or some person out who thought he was by himself, being fed by the crows, you know, and then somebody will come and give you some bread or ambrosia so that you can keep going, and you're really inspired by that. So that happened to me like a couple weeks ago. I started whining like Britt Kane about it. Just like, oh man, YouTube, this and that. But I got a couple emails in that really made me feel good about what I was doing, and from a bunch of different people. Had a good talk with religion-free deist, used to be, Jordan Day, and he was always an inspiration to me. Self-taught Greek, and people like Ancient Hebrew Org, Violently Graceful, all those people, self-taught, armchair scholars, like myself, duking it out with gods and men in the literature. So, I decided to keep going, and even if there's one person watching my video, I don't care. It's just a hobby. My life don't depend on it. So, take care, friends. And remember to follow your bliss and find out what myth you're living. And if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.